Greetings. Well, as you can see, the sun is setting over the Bay of Bengal and we've got this absolutely horrendous looking storm, Cyclone Fani, and that's what I'm going to look at in this video as it approaches landfall. Cyclone Fani has intensified significantly today and is now a Category 4 hurricane strength system just off the coast of East India. The satellite-based intensity estimates show how, with that eye forming and becoming very distinct, it has jumped up to Category 4 intensity. And that's reflected in the Joint Typhoon Warning Center initial intensity 115 knots, Category 4, and landfall on 6 UTC on the 3rd, intensity 105 knots. Suffice to say that is a Category 3 hurricane landfall. On the North Indian Ocean cyclone scale, that makes it an extremely severe cyclonic storm. However, it is only 5 knots off becoming a super cyclonic storm, the maximum on their scale. The Category 3 105 knot landfall means 121 miles per hour or 195 kilometers per hour, and these are sustained winds. Gusts will be much stronger. In fact, the gusts at landfall are predicted by JTWC at 130 knots, that is 241 kilometers per hour or 150 miles per hour gusts. This storm is going to affect many millions of people. However, at landfall, the ultimate worst place looks to be Puri and Konark in this area. That is where the current landfall is forecast to be at Category 3 intensity. So residents in this region should be moving well away from the coast. There's going to be a large storm surge and finding very solid shelter. Perhaps because the storm somewhat parallels the coast as it moves inland, and after it makes landfall, it'll still be obtaining some degree of energy off the warm oceans, or the warm Bay of Bengal, and it is forecast by JTWC to remain at hurricane intensity as it goes up along the coast and a little bit inland, and even over Kolkata as a tropical storm, or a strong tropical storm. It looks like the storm is going to have a captured fetch as it comes in. That means the winds are moving, well, as the waves are being generated, likely giant surf along this coast and surge all the way along for a very long region of the coast of northeast India. The town of Bhubaneswar is potentially going to get Category 2 hurricane winds. Bhubaneswar has a population of 840,000. Let's take a look at the latest hurricane WRF, and these are the surface winds at initialization with two, if you see two triangles, black triangles, that means 100 knots. So as we move forward, I'm sorry to say it is not a pretty sight at all. You can see 100 knot winds maintained, and as it makes landfall, that is at landfall, the hurricane WRF has some barbs which are over 100 knots. And this further emphasizes the seriousness of this situation, which is really looking quite calamitous. As the storm moves inland, you'll see the winds dropping off fairly quickly. However, they're still hurricane force. If you see them in the purple, that's hurricane force sustained. So just hurricane force even at this point, and then it's dropping down to tropical storm according to this model. Taking a quick look at the total accumulated rainfall in the global forecasting system model, you can see the totals rising at the coast and then moving inland as the storm progresses inland, moving at a reasonable pace, unlike the recent Mozambique storms. So rainfall is spreading out across some distance. It means somewhat less severe flooding than if the storm were to be stalling at coastal landfall. Oh boy, it's a quite extraordinary looking storm, and in the very unlikely event that anyone in Puri is watching this video, just seek the strongest possible shelter and get out the hell away from the shoreline. So to sum up, we've got a potential Category 3 landfall predicted for tomorrow lunchtime in the state of Orissa, and stronger cannot be ruled out. Category 3 at landfall actually requires some weakening, as it is currently a Category 4 hurricane strength system, extreme cyclonic storm. So with that, not much really more I can say. I hope that as many people are seeking shelter and that things don't turn out to be too calamitous.